Hello and welcome to our coverage of Crystal Palace versus Brighton and Hove Albion in the Barclays Women's Super League from the VBS Community Stadium. I'm your commentator, Matt Davis-Adams. Well, what a treat we're in for this afternoon. The first ever WSL meeting of these two rivals. And both arrive in confident mood after excellent results last weekend. Palace's win at Leicester last time out was their first ever victory in the top flight of women's football. Whilst Brighton were brilliant against Aston Villa as they made it 2 wins from their opening 3 games. The Eagles' success at the King Power most welcome after a couple of chastening defeats to kick off their maiden WSL campaign. Now they go for back-to-back wins on Derby Day. Brighton have settled quickly under their new boss, Dario Vidicic. Their 2 wins so far, as many as they managed in their final 11 games of last term. Win for Palace today would take them above Arsenal in the table. Let's take a check on the teams then. And Palace show 2 changes from the win at Leicester. Fliss Gibbons is in for Lily Woodham. Gibbons plays against the club she left to join Palace. The other alteration sees India Page Riley preferred to Ashley Virden, who is amongst the substitutes. One adjustment for Brighton, and it's enforced. Poppy Pattinson suspended after her red card against Villa. So Jelena Cankovic comes in for her full league debut for the Seagulls. Kiko Seke, this week named the WSL Player of the Month for September, again has to settle for a place on the bench. So Palace starting the day in 8th. They've got 3 points from their opening 3 games. Goal difference of -9 though after that 7-0 thrashing by Chelsea. As for Brighton, well, they could go joint top if they win today. Manchester United currently beating Spurs 3-0, so they're joining Chelsea on 9 points. Brighton on 6 points from 3 games, 2 wins and a defeat. A narrow one that was at Manchester City. So all set up for a really intriguing game here. Palace riding high after that victory last week. Looking to become the first team since Leicester in 2022 to win successive WSL games as a newly promoted side. Vicky Losada and Amy Everett, the captains. Everett with the armband on for Palace. Losada, the vastly experienced player, Champions League winner no less. The Brighton skipper Kirsty Dowell is our referee today. Having a minute's silence here in memory of Lord Herman Ouseley. Lord Herman Ouseley, the founder of the anti-discrimination charity Kick It Out, who passed away last week, remembered here before kick-off. So Brighton wearing their change colours today. Of course, it's a massive rivalry in men's football, but they've played so rarely, these two, in the women's game. Maybe hasn't quite had the opportunity to establish itself. As I say, first ever top flight meeting between the clubs. And those who are here at the stadium, sometimes known as Gander Green Lane, fully aware of the rivalry. And there is one of the legacies left by Lord Herman Ouseley as the players reinforce the message that there's no room for discrimination in football or society. before Palace get the game underway in their traditional red and blue stripes, going left to right as we look at it in the first half. Barley working it back to Sophie Bagley. Here's Losada. Interesting to see where Cankovic lines up. We think that Marissa Olislagers might start left-hand side in place of the suspended Pattinson. And Palace will want to be front-footed as the home team. Did really well against Chelsea for a long time in that game before crumbling late on that after a 4-0 defeat against Spurs on opening day. And Nora Kaminski, their coach, talking in the build-up to this game about how it was important not to get too low with the defeats and too high with the victories. I know it's going to be a long season for them. Trying to avoid a similar fate to Bristol City last season of going straight back down to the Championship. Seeing your picture there. The number 10, Annabelle Blanchard, who got the brace at the King Power last week. Dottir playing it out to play. Came off a Palace player last, so it'll be Brighton's throw. Installs Dottir again. Kirby scrapping in midfield, picked up by Nikita Paris, who opened her Brighton account last week. Done by Shea Yanez. Everett heard the cry of player on with Frank Kirby breathing down her neck. Yanez going long that time. This is Karabali, the Colombia international. Berg's fan now. Brighton's team full of international players. Berg's fan plays for Norway. As does Tors Dottir. Losada. Kirby. Tors Dottir's made up loads of grounds here, and here she is on the edge of the penalty area. Paris wanted it. She tried to squeeze it through instead to Cankovic. Brighton will be pretty pleased with how they've started this game. Crushed Everton 4-0 on opening day. Narrow defeat at Manchester City by a goal to nil. 4-2 against Villa last week. They also put 3 past Birmingham in the Conti Cup. So lots of goals so far for Dario Vidosic, the Australian who took over in the summer. Hoping to provide Brighton with a bit of stability. Sacked Melissa Phillips in February and appoint a permanent replacement till the summer. Kirby on for Paris. Good defending from Vaya. Cleared away by Vaya. Towards Stengel, who's the lone striker for Palace in this 4-2-3-1 system that they favour. To get through an awful lot of work. She hasn't got a goal yet, but what she does off the ball has been invaluable, trying to bring Blanchard into play there. Here's Karabali. Second season in the WSL for her, quite the change of culture. Colombian who was playing in Brazil before she arrived in England. Atletico Mineiro. Bergsvand. Ball from Karabali. Chankovic helped it on first time, trying to link up with Paris. Bramer it was, I beg your pardon, who moved it on. Blanchard. Gibbons. Green able to get ahead to it before Kirby could try and sniff out a chance. Fires ball down the line for Stengel. Brighton want offside. And indeed the flag does go up. Everett. Goalkeeper got to be careful here under pressure from Paris. Managed to find a teammate and chance for Palace to break over halfway here. Carto got loads of space to measure the cross. Was a decent one as well. Karabali got it to something approaching safety. Here's Gibbons. Deflection on that takes it behind for the first corner of the game. Without saying that Fliss Gibbons would love a goal against her old club. She did start as a striker actually many moons ago. Left back these days. Look short into Blanchard. Let's wrangle for the cross now perhaps. Karabali, Brighton wanting to build out from the back. It's risky doing that, of course, and we almost saw exactly what can happen, putting the squeeze on for Palace. And she is here. Done really well to win it back and keep it in play. Masada able to recover for Brighton, though. Paris couldn't make it stick. Here's Potter on loan for the second season at Crystal Palace from Chelsea. Palace seeing plenty of the ball in the opening 9 minutes. Might expect Brighton to dominate possession given their experience and their style of play. Don't want to be turning it over that cheaply though. Chankovic came in from Chelsea in the summer along with Fran Kirby and Maren Mjelde. Incredible record, Chankovic. He's won league titles in Serbia, Spain, Sweden, Hungary and the WSL with Chelsea. Losada. Looking for the big switch here, Losada. It's a good ball to Bremer too. Back from Cankovic. There's Karabali. And she might get away without a yellow card this time, Geraldine Karabali, but she won't if she commits a similar offence. It's pretty cynical. Lagers has indeed started on the left-hand side as we suspected she might. Vidicic intimated as much in his pre-match press conference. Lagers. Losada. Karabali into Cankovic. He moved it quickly on for Bremer. One-on-one with Josie Green here. Into the penalty area she goes. Decent cut back as well. Didn't quite find Paris. They're struggling to get it away though. Losada. Here's Lagers. Trying to reverse it into Kirby. It was a nice idea. Just didn't quite get the pass right. And now the break on with Blanchard. 2-on-2 here. Look at Stengel screaming through the middle. Players getting back for Brighton. Blanchard unable to find a strike partner. Blanchard, the closest player to Stengel at least. Karabali. Nice touch from Kirby. Bremer. Cankovic. More like the pattern of the game we were expecting to see, I think. Right, and having the majority of the ball. Loose from Karabali there. It's come for Villamala. Now then, Palace looking to break again with Stengel. Blanchard to her left. More support arriving. Blanchard. He's making sure that Palace retain possession. Lagers. Bremer, nicely done. trying to get away from Green, claiming she was fouled, and Kirsty Dowell agrees. Not only that, is going to book Josie Green as well. 15 minutes on the clock, an awful long time for the Welsh international to have to tread carefully. Slada trots away, so it's going to be Ollie Slagers to send it over. Slada came back and took it, trying to fool Palace. Mala couldn't get it back under control, and the break's on again here. This is Guy. Blanchard up there with her. Look how quick Guy is. Blanchard. Any room for a shot here? She went for it. And Bagley not required to make a save. Flag had gone up anyway. Just a warning for Brighton, though, that they do have pace and quality on the counter, Palace. Blanchard failing to look across the line, though. Strayed a fraction too early. Bergsman going long. Decent ball as well. Was the flag going to stay down here against Valmala? Managed to hold on to it. Here's Kirby. Smacked over across, but couldn't keep it in play. A really good start to her Brighton career, Fran Kirby. A couple of penalties in the league, a goal from open play against Birmingham. 7-time WSL winner. Still only 31, plenty to offer in the top flight, you would think. See Laura Kamitsky really encouraging her players. It's her second season in charge. She worked all around English football as a number 2 and a coach with the FA, with Charlton, with Spurs, but she's the number 1 at Palace. He's not going to be able to catch up to that. Offside against Blanchard again. Brighton took the free kick quickly. Just got it. Kirby. Masada thinking about a shot maybe. Feigned to do so. Looked to slide it into Kirby. Torres Dottir sends it back in. Stengel. Got options here, Katie Stengel. Going alone for now. Trying to get around towards Dottir. It's a great ball as well. What a chance for Mai Kato. Still an opportunity for Palace. Some appeals for a penalty as the challenge came on India Paige Riley. excellent run from Stengel. Kato probably ought to have done a bit better. Karabali, got to be careful here. Chankovic helped her out. Tarisdottir. Kirby on for Paris. Not seen much of Nikita Paris in the opening 21 minutes. Good hold up play there, though. A goal last week. And she's now scored for 5 different WSL clubs. One off Lucy Staniforth's record. Riley's header was a good one, as was Stengel's hold-up play. Riley's got some space here. Decent cross as well, flicked away off Carabelli. It's come through the far post though. An opportunity here and smacked the fairway wide in the end. Was there a deflection on that shot? Yes, there was. Well, Palace looking just as likely to get the opening goal of the game here as Brighton. Millie Guy going close. Blanchard there for a short one. And Gibbons can go direct if she pleases. Gibbons, nice routine this, back for Blanchard. And they'll get to try it again. Tarisdottir is seeing it behind for a corner. Good invention on the set piece from Palace there though. Gibbons is going to go direct this time. That's curling and Bagley had to get something on it. And all the way out to Katrina Vaya. Potter. He's looking long for Stengel. Nice play from Bremer. Here's Losada. Chankovic down the line for Bremer. Easy for Kato to deal with in the end. And now the goalkeeper's had a save to make of yet. Tarisdottir. Losada. flicked on by Paris. Not an easy chance by any stretch of the imagination, but given how the opening nearly half hour of this game has gone, it's about the best that Brighton have created. Gibbons. Unusual sort of back pass, but effective for Yanez. Everett facing her own goal. Didn't stay in from Gibbons. It will be a Brighton throw. Is having a shirt tugged. Everett. Here's Olislagers. Jankovic had to slide to win it back. Karabali. Olislagers with options either side. Didn't get the pass right though. Too often the final ball's not quite been on point for Brighton so far. Carto. Blanchard available, that's where she's played it. It's back heel on for Carto just for a second there. Karabali looking long. Way too much on that for Bremer. Frustrating game for Bremer so far. Service into has not really been of the required standard. Aristote. Gibbons has pinched it back for Palace. Green smacking it downfield. Oh, it hit back of Carto's head. It's a shame because she could have been in if she'd read it slightly differently, but she's got it now. Blanchard desperate for it, needs to get her head up instead. She's pushed it out to Guy. Blanchard on the penalty spot looking frustrated. The challenge on Guy sees Palace ask the question of Kirsty Dow, but no penalty. Via. Gibbons will be able to get to this. Cleared away by Bergsvan, picked up by Guy. Couldn't get it under control though. And maybe the break's on for Brighton. Here's Bramer. Well, the Slaggers. Karabali. Nice play from Chankovic, moved it on for Bramer. Karabali, clever. Can Bramer get there? After if she had, she was offside. Past the half-hour mark at Sutton, still waiting for the first shot on target for either side. I expect Brighton have had more of the ball, around about 60%. Bergsvan. Again, Stengel strong, trying to hold on to it. Little push in the back, that Guy it was that time rather. Little push in the back, but play goes on. Kirby looking for the run down the line of Villamala. The Slaggers. Losada punched it into Paris. Here's Bramer. Swung over by Chankovic. Goalkeeper came, didn't get there. No foul given and a goal. Nikita Paris puts Brighton ahead. Palace fuming. They felt there was a foul on Shea Yanez there, but Paris wasn't hanging around to find out. She scores for the second game in a row. And with 10 minutes of the first half left, it's Brighton who score first. Yanez came. Paris collided with her. Or was it Paris who got the final touch? She was the one celebrating. Villamala was in there as well. I think it's Villamala's goal. It is Bruna Villamala who gets her first in Brighton colours. And the Seagulls lead the Eagles. Well, controversial goal. One of those that 9 times out of 10 The goalkeeper does get the free kick, but the referee felt that she just wasn't strong enough in trying to hold on to the ball. Paris and Kirby were in there. Bruna Villamala. There's Brighton ahead. Here's Paris. Can they kick on now? Or can Palace sit back with Katie Stengel? Room for a shot, maybe. First sight of goal that she's had, really. The problem here is for Jelena Jankovic. Well, let's clear up this goal then, see if there should have been a foul. Definitely Villamala's goal, by the way. It's Jankovic who swung the ball over initially. Nenia saw it from a long way. Paris got the touch. And then Villamala able to stab it in. Well, I think Palace have got a legitimate cause for grievance there. Well, this hold-up in play gives Dario Vidicic a chance to get some messages across to his players who had been struggling up until that point. Laura Kaminsky, I'm sure, is absolutely livid. She will be when she sees the replay as well. Looks like Brighton are going to be forced into a change here, though. Well, pre-half-time team talk for both coaches. Jankovic is going off. We saw a substitute getting ready to come on. Looks as though Jelena Jankovic's full WSL debut for Brighton is not going to last until half-time. Macy Simons, who came on as a half-time substitute last week, will get a little longer today. Under 23 international who's got a goal this season. It came in the Conti Cup against Birmingham. Disappointment for Jankovic then. Shouldn't mean too much of a reshuffle for Brighton. We shall see. Olislagers. That's a risky ball. Oh, the foul is given against Carto. Simons, I think, was hoping that that would be the outcome. She took the free kick quickly. Bramer. Bramer will bring the free kick. Palace feeling like every decision's going against them now. 5 first half minutes left. Karabali. Given away to Carto. He's got it. Well, nicely taken by the goal scorer Villamala. And she allowed Everett to get a piece of the ball. Kirby quickly on for Paris, who is offside. Good save by Yanez, mind you. Stengel. Raymer trying to win it off Everett. She's done that too. Here's Fran Kirby. Chance for a shot for Kirby for two. Good save from Yanez and managed to keep it away from Paris as well. So close to doubling their lead there, Brighton. Yanez able to deny Kirby a third WSL goal of the season. Was that a nice height for the goalkeeper, actually, wasn't it? Paris wanted it played her way. Big moment in the game, this. Palace can't afford to go two down before the break. Decent looking delivery. Karabali got to it first time. Bergsvan's in there as well. Cleared away to safety. And smacked a long way over the crossbar on the follow-up. Maisie Simons. Gibbons up into the sky. Karabali going to ground. Referee didn't like that, gives Palace the free kick, even though they were in possession. Brave goalkeeping from Sophie Bagley, who's had very little to do in this game. Bergsvan's up to halfway. Risky game here for Brighton. Done it really well though, haven't they? Playing their way out from the back. Kirby couldn't get that under control, but it ran on for Villamala. Here's Paris. From Ollis Lagers. And he's just about able to get it away. Raymer. He's got it. Played it down the line, but Blanchard unable to get there as we're going to 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. Torres Dottir. Here's Paris. Villamala having their shirt tugged there, hasn't stopped her making the run. And Everett tried to see it out, and Villamala nearly kept it in. Guy moved it on to Gibbons. Can Palace snatch an equaliser before the break? Too much on the pass. Torres Dottir. Sada. There's Karabali. Snuggers in heavily there on Riley, but unable to win the ball back. Be quick here, Palace. Green on the overlap, she'll get there as well. Needs to go into the box quickly here. Riley. Now then, all the way into the penalty area. Page Riley, good cut back too. And what a chance right at the end of the half for Katie Stengel to equalise. The last act of it. It's the closest Palace have come to scoring, but they trail at the break here. Bruna Villamala with her first WSL goal. The difference, albeit it was a controversial one, Palace felt it should have stood for a foul on the goalkeeper Yanez. Referee Dow saw nothing wrong with it. Brighton have laboured for a lot of the game, but at the break here they lead. At the VBS Community Stadium at half-time, it is Crystal Palace 0, Brighton Hove Albion 1. Let's have a look back at how the first half unfolded then. Palace came out with plenty of energy and enthusiasm. Have the quality in attack though. Blanchard was offside when she put that shot wide. This is good work from Stengel. Carto missed it. Eventually came for Riley. She couldn't get the shot away either. And plenty of possession, particularly in the final third, Palace. Maybe not quite the cut and thrust in front of goal they were looking for. That one was deflected wide. From Paris there, the first chance of any kind of note really for Brighton. This was the goal. Chankovic swung it in. Was there a foul by Paris there? She looked straight at the referee, didn't she, Nikita Paris? Which maybe tells you something. But credit Villamala, who wasn't hanging around. She turned it in for the only goal of the game so far. Came 10 minutes before the end of the 45. Prompted Palace into a response, but again, Bagley's not been overly worked. This is a great opportunity for Brighton to go 2 in front, but Fran Kirby seeing her effort turned away by Yanez. And then, with the very last act of the first half, what a chance that was for Stengel. Just couldn't direct it on target. So nicely poised at the break here. Still something in it for Palace, potentially. at half-time. It's Brighton, though, who lead by a goal to nil. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Just about ready for the second half then, here at the VBS Community Stadium, or Gander Green Lane if you prefer. Crystal Palace trailing Brighton and Hove Albion by a goal to nil. Controversial goal it was as well, scored by Bruno Villamala, first in the WSL, but Palace furious. They felt that there was a foul by Nikita Paris on Shea Yanez, their goalkeeper, in the build-up. The replay certainly seemed to suggest as much, but the goal stood. Brighton not at their best in the first half. See if there's any improvement. Or a way back into the game for Palace. No changes by either coach at half-time. Brighton forced into an adjustment because Jelena Cankovic went off injured toward the end of the half. Easy signings on for her. Here's Amy Everett. Via signing from Everton, WSL winner in her time, the Denmark international. So Denmark international, it's not really doing Katrina Via enough credit. 160 caps, incredible. Karabali. Lamella, the goal scorer. Kirby. Everett trying to stop it from going for a corner. She's ended up giving it back to Villamala. Looked like it might have crossed the line anyway, but the flag is up for offside. Shea Yanez, vastly experienced goalkeeper. Former London City Lionesses Player of the Year. So Bristol City last season as they slipped out of the WSL. Everett got to be careful here. Yanez rolling it out for Josie Green. First time these two teams have met since the FA Cup 5th round in 2020. Brighton 3-0 winners that day. Here's Stengel. Out to Blanchard here. Can get the shot away. Teed up Green though. It's come back her way. This is a good opportunity for Palace. Brighton packing the penalty area with defenders. Blanchard again. Looking for the corner. She got that brace at the King Power last week, Annabelle Blanchard. Couldn't get that on target to try and work Bagley that time, though. Nice little set to it from Riley. Here's Kirby. Looking to thread it for Nikita Paris. Mala. Losada. Try and chip one. Oh, it's a good save from Yanez as well. She could just see it was on, couldn't she? Vicky Losada. Delicate effort trying to float it into the top corner. attack in the end where their supporters are based in the second half. Sam got ahead to that. Good score in the Conti Cup win against Birmingham Bergsvan, but couldn't get that one on target. Nicely turned around the corner there by Guy. Here's Carto. Break back her way almost. Bayat. That goal for Brighton, by the way, means that Palace have now conceded 8 goals in their first 2 home games, which is the most ever conceded in WSL football by a team in their first 2 home games of the season. Here's Kirby. 7 of those came in 1 game, and it wasn't here, it was at Selhurst Park, where Palace will play a couple more times this season. This is their regular home, and it was a very happy hunting ground for them last season, when 8 of 10 in the league here, scoring 36 goals in those 10 games. So they won promotion from the Championship. It's just a point ahead of Charlton in the end. It's effectively 2 points because their goal difference was superior by 20. Everett clears. Brighton will be keen to get this killed. It'll be difficult for Palace to score twice based on what we've seen. Whilst it's 1-0, the home side's still in it. Carto. Via. I'm quite happy for Palace to have the ball. Confident they're not going to hurt them with it. Here's Green. Now Blanchard. Good covering from Giro Bergsvan. Blanchard plays it back in. Gibbons trying to get a toe to it. Carabelli. Good work from Lexi Potter trying to win it back. And she overstepped the mark in the opinion of referee Dow. Simon's header. Blanchard almost able to get there ahead of Olasagas. Osada. Turned over cheaply. Chance here maybe for Riley. Dottir blocking the route to goal initially. Riley cuts it back into a great area. Danger not passed yet. Oh, Blanchard wanted it cut back to the edge of the box there. And eventually Guy's shot deflects away off Karibali. Getting closer, Palace. Karibali, right place, right time to make the block. Guy, the Danish international, with two arms in the air as she prepares to send the corner over, telling her teammates where it's going to go. Good delivery to the far post as well, with an excellent header from Pauline Bramer back there helping out. Good spell of pressure this for Palace. Gibbons whips it in. Now Paris looking to lead the charge. That's going to be a yellow card for sure. Guy can have no complaint about that. Coming from North Carolina Courage in the close season. She was in France the second half of last term on loan at Montpellier. Via. Here's Gibbons. Carto. All Palace at the moment. Brighton haven't got going since the restart. Potter on the slide did well. Here's Josie Green. Chance for Riley to cross. Lead away by Torres Dottir for another Palace corner. Got to take advantage. Well, they're the dominant force in the team. Hit Karibali, who was able to smack it to safety. Chance to send it back in now, though. Still plenty of red and blue shirts in the penalty area. Decent effort, but straight down the throat of Bagali, but that's probably the most difficult save she's had to make so far. Stengel it was who hit it. Themselves in a bit of trouble here, Brighton. Asada are able to sort it out. He'll be worried though, Dario Vidicic's team have just not got going here at all. Maybe they will now. Bramer. Asada. Oh, wonderful turn. Now Paris. Can she get the shot away? She's tackled beautifully by Amy Everett. Had to get that spot on the Palace skipper, otherwise it would have been a penalty. In the end, it's just a corner for Brighton. Third of the game for the visitors. Mosley Simons, the first half substitute, Who's going to take it? It's drilled straight into the side netting. Substitution, triple substitution for Brighton. Well, that tells you how they feel about how the second half has gone to this point. You can see Kiko Seke, the player of the month for September. Michelle Adjiman is coming on too. And Rachel McLaughlin for Torres Dottir in defence is the other change. The goal scorer off for Seke, and Bramer is the other player to be withdrawn for Adjiman, who became Brighton's youngest ever scorer last week at 18 years of age. Seke hasn't actually scored since she got a hat-trick on debut against Everton. Just the one change left for Brighton now. Here's Kirby. Alice yet to make an adjustment with an hour gone. And Stengel. Great strength to get away from Lasada. Got Blanchard up in support, although it's a difficult pass. Stengel holding on to it for now. She really needs some help here. Whipped a great ball across the face of goal. Millie Guy was closest to it. Carto picked it up. Crossing from deep was decent. Okay, lovely touch. Stengel again. Skewed off the boot of Karabali. That'll be a corner if it goes. Bagley desperately trying to stop that from happening and just kept it in. For Josie Green over on the far side. Guy with the free kick. Swung in by Gibbons. Here's Riley. Bagley able to gather it in. It's been all Palace since the restart. Carries on this way. They'll be disappointed if they don't get something from the game. Here they come again, Blanchard. Guy making her way into the middle. Blanchard managing to cut it back. Again, appeals for penalty more from crowd than players, and Blanchard swings one. Couldn't steer it on target. Well, they can't say they haven't had chances, Crystal Palace. Another set-piece opportunity here for the home side. Easy for Bagley to gather. Rolls it out quickly. Here's Seike. Kirby up there with her. Plenty back for Palace. McLaughlin. Brighton will hope that as Palace keep committing numbers forward, there might be space for them to exploit, but they're not showing like they're about to get back a 2-goal lead anytime soon. Seike just about kept it in play. Pulled it back for Kirby. Seike still there. Decided not to cross it. McLaughlin. Well run back there. Here's Kirby. Well, at least relieving a bit of pressure on their own goal for a minute or two, but here's Blanchard. 3/4 of the way through this match. Long by Everett. Too long. Palace at Liverpool this time next week. Then Manchester City come here at the start of November. Brighton hosting Manchester United on Saturday of next week. Back home games, in fact, to play Leicester City after that. As Gibbons got a long throw in her armoury here. Fire. Riley couldn't get it under control before Ajiman took it off her. Well, the Palace supporters doing their bit to keep their team going. 20 minutes to find an equaliser here. Taken into a good area, but nobody in red and blue able to get on the end of it. Well, here comes the first change of the game for the home side. It's Abby Larkin who's coming on, taking the place of India Paige Riley. And the Irish international who joined from Glasgow City in January. Stengel on for Blanchard. Space out right hand side here. Again, good numbers forward for Palace. Is this the moment for them? Just haven't got that quality in front of goal today. Ajiman can bring it clear for Brighton. Seke. Losada. Ajiman. Simons. A rare period of sustained possession for Brighton in the second half. Karabali. Nikita Paris in the picture there. She's hardly touched the ball in the second half. Didn't have many touches in the first. Starved of service thus far. Palace will be kicking themselves though if they let Brighton get back into this game. Now Seke right across the face of goal. Ajiman trying to turn it in for two. Oh, that could have been game over. Paris was in there as well. It was great work from Seke, the substitute. And a fine tackle as well from Josie Green. Challenging again, and the whistle has gone. Bergsvan's goal's not going to stand. Ajiman with the fell on Yanez. Well, they got that one. Similar decision in the first half went against Crystal Palace. That was pretty straightforward for the referee, in fairness. Anjuman bulldozing the Crystal Palace goalkeeper into her own net. Everett. Foul on green by Anjuman. Been a running battle in the brief time that Anjuman's been on that, and Green's coming off the worst physically. Everett. Stengel wanting to put some pressure on Bagley. Berg's fan to Lasada, who was surely fouled by Lexi Potter. Brighton desperate for a free kick there. Referee said no. Kirby. Player able to get there before Senke. Brighton won both of their league games against newly promoted opposition last season, 3-2 and 7-3 against Bristol City. At 60% of the ball, Brighton, not guaranteed the victory by any means yet. Just 3 efforts on target from them and 1 from Palace thus far. Paris out for Seke. Ooh, nearly came back Paris's way. Not as far as Losada. And she tries from range, just over the crossbar. Asada. Clockland forward. Lasada turned it round the corner for Kirby quickly. Approaching the final 10 minutes in Sutton. Is there going to be a late twist to the tail here, I wonder? Karabali. Another change coming up for Palace as they look to pinch a point late on here. The guys, the player going off, and Verde, the Dutch international who came in from Ajax over the summer, takes her place. Karabali. Karabali again. Oh, Adjiman couldn't quite get on the end of that. Goalkeeper not sure where it was going to end up. Yanez relieved that via the boot of her skipper Everett, it landed on the roof of the net rather than in the back of it. Fifth corner of the game for Brighton. Delivery as well. Paris got something on it. Karabali trying to keep it alive. Kirby. Karabali. Adjiman. Now, Verde set up the counter. Got a toe in though to stop Seke from recovering possession for Brighton. Adjiman. Bullied away into the penalty area. Trying to find Lasada. Oh, and then Lasada goes down. The referee says no penalty. Green can clear for Palace up to halfway. Blanchard. Time running out for Palace here. Good ball from Blanchard though. Stengel able to get there ahead of Bergsvand, who just pushes her over. And the referee says that that is a Brighton free kick. Well, that's going to be worth another look. Stengel's a player who's been hurt. She looks in real discomfort at the moment, Katie Stengel. Let's have another look. Well, it looks like a 50-50 challenge, really, doesn't it? Not sure it should have been a free kick for either side. Looking at that again, but Stengel's definitely come off the worst, as you can see. She looks like she's seeing stars. Well, this was the penalty appeal at the other end. Vicky Lasada going down. Difficult to tell from that if there was much contact, but Kirsty Dow probably had the best view on the pitch of that, and she immediately wagged her finger to gesture that it was not a spot kick. Well, Stengel's back up, that's the good news. Palace supporters not overly enamoured with the performance of Kirsty Dow, I think it's fair to say. You get a decent chunk of stoppage time after that. Again, it was used as an opportunity for an emergency team talk. Karabali. Stengel's okay. Back on into the action. And here's Carto. Bergsvan got ahead to it. He was going to get to the loose ball first. It was Lasada. This is Vaya. Palace still going here. Got to praise their effort and endeavour, if not the quality up front. That's been the thing that's been lacking from their performance. Vaya. Everett, no nonsense. Way through to... A couple of substitutes ready to come on for Palace. And last roll of the dice for Laura Kaminski. Here's Kirby. Seke. Nicely done by Lasada through the legs of Carto. This is Ajiman. Space for a shot maybe, trying to settle it once and for all, but couldn't keep her effort on target. Izzy Atkinson and Molly May Sharp waiting to come on for the home side. Gibbons is one of those who's gone off. Mikato is the other. Sharp got 8 goals in the Championship last season. Atkinson, an Irish international who came in from West Ham in January. The big question now is how much time is going to be added on for stoppages. Here's Seke trying to make that irrelevant. It's still Seke just over the bar. Via a touch from the goalkeeper. It goes down as an excellent save from Shea Yanez. It just about keeps her team in the game. Kiko Seke, the WSL Player of the Month, drawing an excellent stop from the Palace keeper. Sada, the skipper, to send this over. It's going to be 3 wins from 4 in the WSL for Brighton. Oh dear. As it stands, table will have Brighton in 3rd. Into 5 minutes of stoppage time here. Still time for Palace then. Can they nick an equaliser right at the end of the game? Everett's ball forward. Here's Blanchard. And still, Blanchard! Oh, what a save! Bagley able to turn it over the crossbar. Annabelle Blanchard, the hero last week, so close to a late equaliser for Crystal Palace. And Bagley, who's been a spectator for 90 minutes, has to pull out a top draw stop in stoppage time. Danger's not quite passed yet, though. It's a good corner as well, and it was Molly May Sharp, the substitute, who couldn't steer the header on target. Well, Bagley has just earned a weekly wage there. It's to get a 2nd clean sheet of this season in the WSL. Now Blanchard, Palace still pushing. The away was from Karabali. Green first to the loose ball, but again Adjuman has won that battle. Day. Atkinson trying to get on the end of it. Oh, she ran out of room. Brighton almost there. It's not been their most convincing performance of the season by any stretch of the imagination. But that won't matter if they hold on. Kirby. He's been fed on scraps, unable to get involved then. Right, and preparing one final change if there's time. Losada into the stands it goes. Just to try and stem the tide and hold the momentum. Nikita Paris is being brought off, and Merit Oe, the Dutch under-23 international, comes on for her WSL debut. It'll be a brief one. Came from Twente in the summer. Bagley in no rush here. Offside against Adjiman. Whistle's going to blow any second now. One last chance maybe. They'll have to be quick though, Palace. Oh, and the effort was blocked just before it could reach Bagley's goal. That's it, it's victory for Brighton and Hove Albion. A controversial goal settles it in the end. It came in the first half from Bruna Villamala, her first in the WSL. Brighton far from at their best today, but Palace, though they huffed and puffed, just could not find a goal in the second half. Villamala's goal after Palace felt that Paris had fouled Yanez. It stood, and it was the moment that mattered. Brighton continue their fine start to the WSL season. His defeat for Crystal Palace. Final score at the VBS Community Stadium. Crystal Palace 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Let's see how the game unfolded for Palace. They had so much of the ball and lots of shots on goal. And no chance for them to truly test Bagley until right at the end. That shot deflected wide as close as they came in the first half. Nice with the header just wide there for Brighton, who weren't as good as they were against Aston Villa, I think it's fair to say. This was the moment that mattered. Cankovic swung it over. I thought it was a foul by Paris on the goalkeeper, but Villamala was able to turn it in, and the goal stood. Could have had a second before half-time. Frank Kirby normally tucks those away. It was a good save from Yanez, though. This was right at the end of the first half. Good opportunity for Stengel. She hit the defender on the line rather than the back of the net. Into the second period, it was all Palace, really. Just couldn't find a crucial goal. Blanchard having a go there, having scored twice at Leicester last week. This was Vicky Lasada almost managing to chip one in. Yanez able to tip that away. It's again going close, but Bagley was firm in the Brighton goal. And most of the saves she had to make were pretty routine. He's got that potency in front of goal to keep them out of trouble this season, I wonder. That was Seike putting the ball across for the fellow Sub-Anjuman, but she couldn't turn it in. He did get the ball in the net again through Bergsvan, but it was quite rightly ruled out for a foul by Adjiman on Yanez. That was Lasada going over looking for a penalty. Referee quickly made her mind up that that was not a spot kick, and then Palace wanted one at the other end. Stengel and Bergsvan going toe to toe. Bergsvan taking a risk, but the free kick went in her favour in the end. Still they pushed for a second goal, Brighton. Adjiman firing over on that occasion. And then Seike, seeing her effort, really well saved by Yanez to tip it over the bar. Blanchard came the closest of anybody for Palace today. It's a good save from Sophie Bagley to tip it over her crossbar. And that was how it finished. So defeat again for Palace, but Brighton march on. Many thanks for your company today. It finished at the VBS Community Stadium. Crystal Palace 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1.